Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome. Let's see, hopefully the notifications are going out. Okay, I am back live with some weekly updates of things going on in our world. Okay, and let me check my phone really quick. I just want to see how many people are here. Okay, have a few things to talk about. All right, some things I'm sure some of you have heard about. And, I'm going to give my opinion about some of that. If there are any issues with volume or anything like that, make sure you let me know. Hopefully these videos, there's no issue. Okay, so I'm sure you'll let me know again. Okay, so let's jump right on in. Let's see the first thing I want to talk about. Let's see. We have Miss Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton, the legendary Toni Braxton. Well, she is going on tour. She's going on tour, and I'm very, very happy to hear about this. I definitely want to see her in concert. We know that the Brandy and Monica concert is going on right now. And now Toni has announced that she's also going to be a part of a tour. And for me, seeing Toni Braxton is once in a lifetime as well, because Toni doesn't tour all the time these days. So I definitely would like to see her in concert in person. And look at Toni. Toni is in her 50s. I mean, look at her. Her shape is amazing. I need to find out what's Toni's diet secrets. And she's still going strong. She's legendary. She is a living legend. Her catalog is amazing. Love should have brought you home last night. You should have been with me. Should have been right by my side, baby. I love it. Love it. Breathe again. It's just another sad love song breaking my heart like crazy. And I'm all torn up, baby fast. Okay, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna hush my mouth, but I love her song. Thank you, Paige. Yes, I wanted to be a singer, so I'm always listening to Toni. I love her song, Long As I Live. I love Never Meant to Hurt You with Babyface that came out not too long ago. I also love, oh my goodness, Unbreak My Heart. I love me some him, another man will never do. I love me some you. You know I'm trying to do her deep voice. So let's see the promo for this tour that's happening. She's on tour with some familiar faces.
JG, hey darling.
So we came up with this idea.
Say less.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
It doesn't matter, I'm in.
We are missing one little key element. Our queen.
Johnny Gill, my, you sure look good tonight.
So who did you have in mind?
Here's the vision. All three of us on the same stage every night.
Okay, so I believe this is New Edition. You got Johnny Gill, New Edition, and Boys to Men, and Miss Toni Braxton.
Not taking turns. Actually, performing together.
Fans all around us, gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
An original music experience.
With all this artistry, it feels like royalty.
This is too big for one city. Let's take this to the fans.
Okay, I'm trying to see. I thought that there was, well, the tour is happening, and all you have to do is go to Ticketmaster.com or whatever website you use, and, see when she's coming to your city. And you can purchase your tickets now. Well, actually, no, I think the sale happens Friday. I'm not 100% sure, but to see Toni, I would get my tickets as soon as possible. I mean, you can wait till, it gets closer to the date, but I don't want to I don't want to miss not being able to see her. But so much going on in our country right now, financially, inflation, anxiety with the food stamp situation for so many people, and the purge sort of chaos thing people think might happen. I don't know. So, I mean, you might want to wait to, maybe get these tickets and see what happens. But yeah, Toni will be on the tour, and I love Boys to Men as well. So this is exciting. Also, y'all, before I continue, please get those likes up. I appreciate it. And the hype button is usually on my main videos. I'm not sure if it's on the live. I thought it was, but getting those likes up real quick does affect the algorithm. People will know that I'm live. Okay, it helps my channel. It helps the algorithm. And subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the bell, all notifications, because that's the only way. I have to say this in every video, because when I found out what's happening when y'all don't hit this bell, it's just disastrous. So yeah, you definitely have to hit the bell so you are notified about when I'm posting and uploading. You know what's going on. Okay, so let's jump right on back in. Okay. Also, I wanted to share this. This is really good. Home Depot is actually giving out free training for trades right now. They have some sort of program where they can teach you how to do HVAC. Okay. That's, the air conditioning and all that other stuff. Carpentry, electrician, yes, and construction. So, of course, it's for a lot of men, but especially women. There are women getting into these fields, and I would look at the electrician part, because electricians make a lot of good money. They just posted something online that the government is looking for. They need about 600,000 electrician now and for the upcoming years to maintain the infrastructure. And electricians get paid. You can get paid really good money. And yeah, ladies, you get in on this too. And they give you some training to help you and some sort of apprenticeship sort of program and all this other stuff. So check out homedepot.com to get more details, about this. Okay. And thank you, Kiki Jefferson. Thank you, and you don't stop. Okay, the hype button is on my main videos. Okay, so let me give you an update about that pastor. Remember I shared with you, and the whole world was talking about this horrible Triflin pastor, Pastor Manning Winings, where he wanted his congregation, he wanted $2,000. He wanted $2,000, and this sweet lady came up with her son. She only had $1,235, and he literally he embarrassed her in front of everyone. He said, I'm going to play the clip again of what happened. She did not. Okay, he wanted $2,000. I guess maybe they were told ahead of time, have $2,000. My thing is, this is church. This is a woman. It's inflation. People are struggling. Accept the damn money she gave you respectfully, and don't embarrass the woman who has given her heart and soul and being a good God-fearing woman towards you. Okay, so let's take a trip down memory lane. This happened recently, of what he said when he was not happy that she didn't give him the $2,000.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now, that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do. That's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
See how he's shaking his head and getting sassy with her? He's pissed. That ain't what I told you to do. I'm Mr. Pimp. I told y'all $2,000. I told you $2,000. Where's my money at? You giving me this damn $1,200. Where's my $2,000? This is the church. This man should be ashamed, and I feel like he's ungrateful. She didn't have to give you a damn thing. Be happy she gave you something. Now, I understand if there's some sort of program or something and he told them ahead of time to bring 2,000. But my thing is, maybe that's all she could give. Just say, okay, baby, this is not 2,000, but bless your heart, I appreciate it. This can go towards what we need. But anybody who has the 2,000, like I asked, I want you to come up here. Come on up. And anyone who has less than that, I'm going to get to you. Okay, we're going to get this together. Instead, he scolded her. He embarrassed her. He embarrassed her. And people said, look, she's still going to keep going to the church. The church, the pimp pastors got the black woman in a chokehold, and she going to keep going. They going to keep on going. And y'all were right, because I'm going to show you now what she's saying. Here's some updates about this.
We're going to do this a couple of ways. Those that have the 1,000 plus 1, that means you're coming with your 1,000 that you're giving, plus you've asked someone else to give. Now, you don't have to stop at 1,000, and we're going to deal. So in other words, if you say, Pastor Winans, I'm coming with my 1,000 plus another 3,000, then you'll say that. You understand? And if you didn't get the plus 1, but you maybe came with $250, you're going to come say that this is my 1,000 plus 250. You with me? And we're going to go all the way down.
I'm confused, because that's what she did. She says, here's my 1,000 plus $235.
So I need you, in order for this to work, I need you to come when you're called with the offering that you're.
Okay. He said, when you're called. All right. I don't know if she just went up there and he didn't call on her. Okay. So this is the woman. Okay. And she's the church member. She stands by him. Marvin Winings, because of the backlash. Let's see what she had to say defending this whole mess.
You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013.
I'm sorry, but the way he talked to her was still like she was a child that he was scolding, in my opinion. Okay? It's my opinion. That's how I feel. Okay? So, this man, he's the one who told people to lock the door if they didn't have the money or something. This is another pastor or preacher or something. He went viral because he said, close the door and don't let them out or something until I get this money or something like that. So let's see what he had to say defending the pastor. He says this: let's have an honest conversation, please, and read, okay, before you respond. How was a pastor wrong for publicly raising finances to advance ministry, feeding families, funding outreach, building community, yet those who attack the church for doing so are also generating income through algorithms, clicks, and controversy? Oh, he's coming for us that talk about the news. This is what we do. We talk about the news, okay? So he's saying, how can you talk? And look, I don't have a problem with him raising money. I said that in the video. I said he disrespected her and embarrassed her and wasn't grateful for that damn money. Now that we have more also details, he did say in the video, come on up here. But we didn't see him saying, I want separate lines, okay? He still had an attitude when he spoke to her, okay? One raises resources to build the body. The other uses the body's perceived flaws to build brand. Baby, all we do, well, look, every content creator is different. Some are more dramatic, some are more messy. Baby, I see the stories and I share the stories and give my opinion about what I am seeing. And it's funny you talking about other people on content creators, but yet, in case you don't know, the whole comment sections on the Shade Room and everywhere was going in on you and that pastor, not content creators. The public was speaking. The public spoke. I didn't even read how they were dragging y'all for filth. The public and comment sections everywhere. Okay. And you can miss me acting like y'all all some good men of God, some of y'all pastors, because a lot of you are not. Okay. So, all right. One raises, different motives, same monetization. Okay. So he's saying, well, we work for God, so we deserve the money more. And y'all, like us, making content to talk about the news. Oh, you got a different motivation. No, baby. I'm simply reporting. I'm reporting. And I cover stories that your churches don't. Y'all don't talk about half the stuff y'all should be talking about that's happening today. Okay? Y'all don't even take it there the way y'all should on certain topics. Believe me, if I had a church, well, I would probably be bigger than Juanita Bynum and you if I had one. But y'all wouldn't like me because my delivery would be a little bit different. Okay. So the real question is, both are benefiting financially. One is for the church and the other is for personal gain from the conversation around ministry. Why is one labeled manipulation while the other is celebrated as being authentic? Okay, he's just upset because he went viral telling people to close the door. Something about, I'm not going to say everything because I need to watch the clip over, but he had wanted, some money and stuff like that. He can say whatever he wants to say, but y'all are living in mega churches while your congregations are suffering a lot. The church has been failing. Okay. And I'm not against, church men and women getting it together and leading people and being good, nice people and having programs. I agree with him. I had said, I understand you need to keep the lights on. You need the money to keep programs going. I understand that. But it was his delivery and his attitude towards her. Okay. And this happens a lot. I mean, pastors asking for $70 million jets and stuff. This damn food crisis going on right now. I want to see how many of these churches, especially black ones, are going to feed the people. Let's see what you really made of, because you got a lot of these people talking about they are the voice of God, and I'm the pastor and preach, and the priest, the bishop, and the woman preaching and stuff. And well, let's see if you really about the people, what's about to happen in a few days. So we shall see, baby. All right, and speaking of the pastors, Kirk Franklin's son is calling him out again. His son Kieran says that he put hands on him, when he was a child, okay? And he's showing some scars on his back. Now, Kirk Franklin changed the game for gospel music in the church. He really got people more into church because he was able to make it a little bit. I never thought it was a bad thing for him to sing church music that got people to dance for God and got on the level of younger people so that it drew them in to come to the church. I mean, what's wrong with singing songs about your religion, but making it sound trendy where you can reach the younger generation type of thing and actually have fun and have positivity with your faith. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I never saw where God said a man couldn't dance. I don't understand how that's harming someone or making someone turn into a bad person. I have seen some things that can look a little bit over the top sometimes in the whole skinny jeans, and his sexuality has been questioned for a long time. A number of pastors in his position. Okay. And his son has been calling him out lately, so cursing each other out and all this other stuff. So let's see what he's saying. So that's his back. He's claiming this is from Kirk when he was little, putting hands on him. He says these scars all over my back are not from Smeck stories. It breaks my heart all over again when people ask, because I wish this was the case. Pain is the only feeling that's familiar for me, but whatever, for the record, these scars are symbols. They are signs of many secrets that I keep bottled up since I was a baby. Being beat black and blue since first grade. I walk with war and betrayal in my posture, so F around and find out when this is over. Forever effing around online or something. I'll enjoy being a PE teacher. Parentals enjoyed expressing rotten rage in many ways as punishing me in consequences. Not that anyone cares about compassion, consideration. These scars are the only memory that I have of my childhood. Okay? So, he is saying that Kirk Franklin, mega preacher, he is saying that his daddy did this to him when he was a child, since first grade. He's saying that Kirk Franklin beat the hell out of him when he was a baby and scarred up his back like this, and that he was black and blue because of Kirk Franklin, his daddy. I want y'all to leave a heart right now if you believe him. Leave a heart right now if you think he's telling the truth. Or do you think he has some vengeance or vendetta against Kirk Franklin, his daddy, and he wants to take him down for reasons we don't know? But what would be the point of him making this up? What would he gain from making this up? I mean, I know they've had some tension this year, but what is he getting out of saying that, my daddy did this to me? Let me know what you think. What do you think? Where's that picture? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of this picture. Hold on for one quick little second. Let's see. Okay. So, personally, I think there's probably some truth to this. There's so many people who are demons and devils hiding behind the church, doing everything. Men, baby, I always say that nature trumps religion. Like, no matter what you try to do with religion, who people are will always be. Religion is just there to try to help you be better or train you type of thing, or fix you or make you. It helps people. Some people get fixed by it and help. Some people don't, but it's there to tame the beast type of thing. Men are not going to not be who they are just because they're claiming to be religious or they go to church or all of that. You know how many men in power pretend to be these religious figures and they're completely opposite? Like, everyone else has to follow it, but they don't. They have orgies, they have smex trains, they go to prostitutes, they sleep with men, they do drugs, they drink, they do everything because that's what they want to do. But they're in positions of power where they have to present themselves a certain way to the public and to keep order within society, even though that's not even who they are or what they even believe in. And you see this a lot within the church, where there are both men and women who do everything things they claim you shouldn't even do. They do them. They are human. They struggle with like everyone else. And we see these type of scandals every single year with a number of them. Kirk Franklin, before he got popular, he's still a parent, and I can't say that his son is lying. We don't know what went on in that house, type of thing. And now he's on here publicly showing these pictures, and he said, Kirk did this to me. My daddy did this to me. And he says that he has a lot of pain and secrets, he said, bottled up. I can believe that because, within the church and within all families, a lot of like what goes on up in here stays up in here. You can't air anything out, and you got to keep all these doggone secrets and everything like that, especially when you are the child of somebody that's a mega pastor and all this other stuff. They have an image to uphold. So he's like, F that, I'm coming out now with you gonna see the truth. So I see a couple of hearts where you believe he's telling the truth. Kiki says, I know Kirk doesn't mistreat the younger kids. Go no contact. I notice some of the most evil people are in church. Broken people should not have kids. Kirk treats him bad because he is not a child with his wife. Oh, how is that his fault? Kirk must have skipped 10th grade biology. I actually have a classmate that's a pastor that said he doesn't even believe in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's craziness to me, but that's because they know there's a lot of money in it. There's power and money in it. So that's why a number of them are doing that. So this is crazy. Let's go to the next story. This woman is accusing Beyonce of something very disturbing. And this is not the first time that Beyonce has been accused of some crazy accusations from people who have worked with her and things like that. She claims that she called for her child to be essayed, to be harmed. So I'm trying to think, who is this woman? This is on Tasha K's Instagram. She's a model and dancer, Khadijah Shari. Okay. So she's saying this about Beyonce. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Okay. She says this, Beyonce, are you effing serious? You call for my child to be raped? You're an evil effing witch. Check on my child, Essence Magazine. I'm about to blow this whole F up through the roof. What? She said, Beyonce, you went too far. You went too effing far. You got to be kidding me. I'm the child you off to be a star. What? You forgot? You were only supposed to be a star on the tree, giving orders of takeouts. Never went with your stardom. Watch what the F y'all do at this time. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career, not with my goddaughter. I'll blow your world up. Hashtag Destiny's Child. So this woman, hold on, where is she at? This woman is a model and dancer. She says that Beyonce made threats against the child to get essayed. She also says that Beyonce has had people taken out, if you know what I mean. Now, we have heard about Kathy White. Y'all know about Kathy White, who passed away at a young age from an aneurysm. She was in the industry. She was friends with women in the industry. Allegedly, Jay-Z's mistress allegedly got pregnant while he was with Beyonce. This would have been damaging to her career and all this other stuff. And allegedly, they took her out type of thing. Allegedly, Beyonce bragged about it in a song, talking about putting the Bible, parts of the Bible up her vajayjay on her menses and all this other craziness. And then there was her drummer. We know for a fact that a drummer that was working for Beyonce. I remember when she was real popular when this happened. She came out saying that Beyonce was controlling her, doing things to her livelihood, did something to her cat, was into voodoo culture, was doing things to hurt her life and her career, and that she's an evil person. And, I didn't dismiss it when I first heard it because This woman was real popular. It was a big deal when Beyonce had an all-girl band working for her. And this woman wasn't some well-known, super famous person. I'm like, well, why would she just come out the blue saying all this stuff? That's strange type of thing, and you don't hear much about it. And now this woman is saying that Beyonce has taken out people and came at her. And let's look at real quick again what she's saying. She says, "Are you effing serious? You call for my child to be great? You're an evil witch. Check on my child. I'm about to tell everybody what's going on, and it's going to go off the roof. You went too far. You got to be kidding me. I'm the child you off to be a star." I don't understand this part, what she's talking about. "You forgot you were only supposed to be a star on the tree." I don't understand what she's talking about. "Giving orders to take people out. Never went with your own stardom. Watch the F out or something. Y'all did it this time." So, okay, we're going to see. She says that she's about to tell everything. So, I mean, you hear things about the Illuminati and Illuminati, sacrifice, and I mean, but you never really hear too much of things Beyonce's doing. I hear things about Kanye and Lady Gaga and a few others. And I mean, people have said, what is she doing behind the scenes to be on top for this long and everybody worshiping her and never getting into trouble? She has some sort of magic spells on people? Is she doing something like the other people? Is she eating people? Is she a cannibal? Is she getting trains run on her? Is she eating children? Is she eating doo-doo? What's going on here? I mean, these are the things that they claim go on in the industry to maintain being relevant and being worshipped and all this other stuff. All I have to say is anything is possible, but I don't know for sure. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. These are things you hear. So we shall see. Khadijah, well, we shall see what she says. Okay, even if I have a feeling whatever she says, the average person's not even going to believe it. The average person is not going to believe it. And I see that a lot. You have a sprinkle of people who believe all those stuff about the Illuminati and the sacrifice or all this other stuff. Some people do, and you have a lot of people who love celebrities and who they worship so much they will never believe it. Even if they had complete evidence that it was true, they still won't believe it. They don't want to believe it. So, I mean, baby, what I have to say when it comes to the industry, even people who are not religious do things. Whoever's running the show says, the casting couch, you want this job? Do this. I believe in this. You might not believe in this, but I do. And this is what we do to select who we want, who will be our slave and do what we say to do. Whether you believe in it really, or it doesn't really matter. This is what we said to do. This is a part of the club. So either you're going to get down with it. I mean, I've heard things and I can believe some of that, with having power and everything. I've heard about the secret tapes and recordings they do. They put things in their drink and then they essay them with men and all types of stuff and they don't know. And then they threaten them and say, if you don't sign this damn contract to do this, look at this tape. And then they show them the tape and they're on there getting raped and doing all types of stuff and they go along with it type of thing. I definitely can believe it. I'm not saying that happened to her, but we don't know for sure. I don't put anything past anybody. I definitely believe, it's not even just celebrities. Within everyday life, there are people who have groups and are into all types of stuff. And, So, hey, Jima, we shall see. So we shall see. What? Hold on. Kiki Jefferson says that Beyonce's Russian bodyguard randomly passed away. Well, how old was he? Was he young or old? Or did they say what the cause was? Type of thing. So, we shall see. Now let's go to the next topic.
Court documents say 36-year-old Ebemisola Akayinode admitted to law enforcement that she left her 9-year-old daughter in her car on July 1st while she went to work in Galena Park. The mother said she lowered the back windows halfway and left her daughter with food, a fan, water, and ice cubes and gave her melatonin to help her sleep. Court records showed Akayi Node told investigators she did not check on her daughter until after her 8-hour shift was over because she was too busy. When she left work, she found the child unresponsive and screamed for help. Her daughter was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Now, according to court documents, the medical examiner's office found the young girl's body temperature was 108 degrees, and they said her cause of death was hyperthermia. The mother admitted this was roughly the 4th time she left her daughter alone in the car while she went to work, with the most recent time being the day before this incident. She claims she couldn't pay for daycare until she received her paycheck. The court document.
You know, I literally see this every single year. Now, I'm not saying this, look, every damn summer you see multiple parents claiming, I say claiming, baby, this happens so much, I believe it's intentional. I believe it's intentional. Now, not with her, but a lot of them, they know good and damn well what they're doing and how hot it is outside during summertime. We see this so damn much, you can't tell me you don't know the risk of leaving your child in a hot car. We see it every year. And I think there are parents who don't want their kids who leave them in that doggone car. And when it happens, they tell them, oh, I forgot. Oh, I just stepped out for a second. So they think they can avoid going to jail type of thing because they didn't actually want the child. So, okay. This was in Texas. Okay, it says that she was arrested October 17th, charged with murder. Her 9-year-old daughter passed away from hypothermia in the car. She was unattended. Her mother had to work. So she was working her 8-hour shift at a manufacturing plant. Okay. She admitted that she left her daughter, though, in the car. She said that she couldn't afford childcare and she had to go to work. This states that the affidavit states that the child's body temperature, was 108 degrees, and that this was not the first time she was left in the car alone. So, y'all.
The court documents say 30.
So, I don't know. She admitted that, yes, she had left her in the car multiple times, and maybe in her mind she thought, well, nothing happened before. And she said, again, she left her in the car with ice cubes and water, worked an 8-hour shift, the baby 108 degrees. So this is just sad and crazy. Absolutely sad and crazy. And I can believe her about the childcare thing. There are a lot of people who cannot, women who can't afford childcare. My thing is, and I don't feel safe leaving them with a neighbor or anything. What do? I think should jobs start to have a section where you can have childcare to help the people who work for the companies type of thing. I mean, this is just sad. This is really, really sad. GMA says, I think this is going to happen more because of the food stamps that's coming, the cuts dealing with children. You know what? Well, it wouldn't be the heat, though. It would be the cold weather that's coming and everything. So Kiki says, see if someone at your church can babysit. I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry that this happened for the child and the mother. And you have to be so careful. I would be paranoid, period, just leaving the baby in the car. I mean, I'm at work for 8 hours and I have a child locked up in a car. Baby, with something like that, I would have, if I had to do something like that, I would have had a ice bucket, a cooler full of ice with bottles of water, snacks and food, man, if I could even have a phone for the baby or something, but at least that, if I had to do something like that, maybe just leave the window slightly cracked and have that cooler, the cooler with the ice water. But this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Actually, forget that I said she didn't die. She didn't pass away from the heat. Excuse me. Hypothermia. That's when you're too cold. Too cold is hypothermia. So basically the baby froze. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Hold on. Yes, hypothermia. The baby froze. This is just so effed up. My God. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Rest in peace to her. Y'all, we got to come up with some solutions to these type of things. Now, the next story I want to share with you. I want this man to get justice. And I said before, I want to see black people suing. The day y'all start suing in record high numbers will be a great day when you actually do have a case. Now, this man is a police officer. Chick-fil-A, overhyped Chick-fil-A. They snubbed him. He's a black cop. They offered free meals to the white police officers, but told him he had to pay when he came in. So these were his colleagues. Let's see a little bit more of this story. Sue them, baby. That's what you got to do.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation. Because it seemed like it was.
Hold on for a second. I can't really hear this good. So let's see. I'll put it on for y'all. I won't be able to hear it, though.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation, because it seemed like it was a racial issue to me.
Clover Police Sergeant Tracy Reed had that experience at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Augusta, Georgia, while on a work trip a few weeks ago. He and 3 other CPD officers, all of them white, went into the restaurant for breakfast.
We all came into the restaurant together. We rode together, came in the restaurant together, all had the same uniform on, stood in line together. There was never a time that we were not together while standing in line.
They say all 3 white officers were offered a complimentary meal, which they say is often offered to law enforcement at the popular restaurant chain. But when Sergeant Reed got to the register, he had to pay.
He said he had to pay for his meal, and it infuriated me. And I told him, I said, "You want me to go say something?" And he was like, "No, I don't want you to cause a scene." But I could tell by the way he looked that, he just looked down at his plate and he looked really embarrassed and humiliated, which really made me mad.
Eventually, Reed wrote this letter to Chick-fil-A corporate demanding the chain retrain employees at the Augusta location and strengthen corporate-wide policies on compliance with civil rights laws. But Reed and the other officers were not satisfied with the response from the Augusta store manager, which included 2 cards for free meals.
They said that it was perceived that we were embarrassed or that it was a racial incident, which I didn't like, because I know it wasn't perceived. It actually happened.
He's not the only one to perceive it. We all perceived it that way, and it's not even perception. It's what happened. It was a racial issue.
Okay, so I'm disgusted hearing something like that. That's disgusting to me. And I'm sure there will be people who will say, okay, we got to boycott Chick-fil-A. I mean, people can be racist who work somewhere. That doesn't mean that the entire company is racist because there happens to be a racist employee. But I understand people are like, look, we're going to show the company we're not going to tolerate being disrespected type of thing. Chick-fil-A has always been one of the most overhyped companies, I think, in America. It's nothing but a piece of breaded chicken with no seasoning on a bun. The bun is good, but that food is not all that at all. Those waffle fries are hard and kind of stale. Everything has gone down within fast food at large. And I just feel that was embarrassing, and it's hurtful. It's hurtful and embarrassing to be treated that way. And, in front of your colleagues and everything, just so blatant with it. And I think he should sue. And I do think if he wants to sue and say, look, your company, you have to have it in writing, these policies, because the employee is still representing the company. So if you don't do anything, you're telling the world that it's okay for people to be treated with racism. And that's bad on the brand of the company and their values and everything. So it is serious, and that is embarrassing as hell. So Chick-fil-A, shame on your employee that works there. And hopefully everything goes good if he sues and everything works out with it. He definitely could sue for thousands or maybe even millions of dollars behind this. So How disgusting. Racism is just disgusting. I seriously think someone has to be sick you have to be a really cruel person to go out of your way to mistreat somebody just because they're a different race from you, a different religion or culture. Like literally just mistreat them like they're not a human. Like, why do you care? People like that, I think they have mental health. There's something wrong with you. And then these same people go to church. You can't love God like you claim in Jesus and stuff, but then you treat other human beings on the planet like that. That's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Disgusting. I don't know how someone could walk around in society knowing they did that to somebody. So I hope that they pay. They pay for it. Oh, there was another video clip. Hold on, y'all, about this.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation, because it seemed like it was
Hold on, so y'all can hear it.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation, because it seemed like it was a racial issue to me.
Clover Police Sergeant Tracy Reed had that experience at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Augusta, Georgia, while on a work trip a few weeks ago. He and 3 other CPD officers, all of them white, went into the restaurant for breakfast.
We all came into the restaurant together.
Actually, I think I played that already. Okay, so, all right, let's go into another topic.
Employees of the Garden City DMV.
Oh my goodness, y'all. This is a black woman that black men absolutely love. She risked it all for black men to be able to have a job, and now she's going to jail. She's going to jail. It's just amazing. I wouldn't have did it. First of all, I'm not about to look. She dressed up as a man. She pulled it off with the mustache and all of that. She dressed up as a man and took the CDL truck driving classes for the men. I guess maybe they can't read or something. They couldn't pass the test. So hopefully she got compensated. She went and took the test for them so that they could get on the road and drive, doing local on the road and local, the truck drivers. We got to have truck drivers. So apparently they couldn't pass this test, or maybe they can't read or something, or they can't drive good. So she did it for them, and they got their CDL, and they found out, oh, that was a woman. That's not a man. She was faking it for them. So she did this. It says 7 people, including DMV workers, indicted in a New York CDL exam cheating scheme. She allegedly dressed as a man to take the test for others. Now, look, I mean, there will be people who will feel like, hey, she was helping the brothers out, really. She was helping the black man out to be able to get a job and get this damn license type of thing. My thing is, and look, there are people who are not black who scheme and do things to help their people. They do. My thing is, baby, this is dangerous. You're talking about driving huge trucks on the road, hauling. This is not a game. You have to know what the hell you're doing. You have to know how to secure the items on some of those trucks, because if you're on the highway or not and that stuff falls off in front of people, you can cause a whole damn crash. You have to know how to park and not hurt somebody. You need to be trained. Seriously. So she's up there taking these tests for these men, and these men don't even know how to really drive a truck, some of them. So now she's going to jail.
Employees of the Garden City DMV are among 7 people indicted in this elaborate cheating scheme.
Prosecutors say they helped applicants skip the required test, and one woman even wore disguises to impersonate test takers. All 7 are now facing felony charges.
There is a lot going on in this investigation, and Eyewitness News reporter Stacy Sager live now with the details in Garden City. Stacy.
Well, Mike, we all know the DMV makes us go through certain tests to get our driver's license, and to get a truck driver's license is harder, as it should be. Well, prosecutors say this was really an elaborate corruption scheme, and some of the workers at this DMV almost got away with it.
Deciding who gets to operate heavy rigs on our roads and highways is not something the New York Department of Motor Vehicles should take lightly.
Bypassing that safeguard is far from a harmless shortcut. It is a dangerous threat to public safety.
But that's exactly what prosecutors here in Nassau County allege in a 51-count felony indictment against 7 different people, including a supervisor at this DMV in Garden City, Kenesha Middleton, and her sister Jamie Middleton, allegedly taking at least 10 different permit tests for no-show drivers. You can see Jamie in surveillance pictures wearing different disguises, even fake facial hair, as she posed as a man who would be applying for a commercial driving permit. But she forgot to take off her fake nails.
Oh my God. Oh no, she did not.
I think it's pretty poor. The fingernails kind of gave it away.
So did another supervisor who acted as the whistleblower. Prosecutors say the defendants charged as much as $3,000 per permit test. 2 of them working these counters so they could wave the phony test taker through. 3 of the drivers who paid the fee ended up with commercial permits, but only 1 passed his road test. James Nurse, who ended up working here at the Town of Hempstead Recycling Center, where he spent over a year and a half driving a truck.
A government employee, licensed only through a lie, driving a massive truck through our streets.
3 employees of the
I cannot believe she didn't take off them damn fake fingernails. Girl, is she serious? Like, hold on, she almost had it, but baby, why you gonna leave the fake fingernails on? This is crazy. Now look, she did look like a man right there. Look, she got the mustache on, the disguise. But I'm like, oh my God, they paid her $3,000. I can see someone saying, okay. My thing is, this is serious going on the road. But one man did pass the test. So they're like, look, she almost pulled it off if she would have, well, baby, you left your damn fake fingernails on. Can you imagine coming up there and you're like, is this a guy? But then she could have said, I'm trans. I'm a trans. Yes, I'm trans. I'm transitioning. I'm Elliot, and I'm here for my test, and well, I'm transitioning into a woman, and I got my nails done, but I'm here to take the test. You can't discriminate against me because of that. How I identify with my gender. So now you have 2 black women. 2 because hold on, then they say it was her sister. Her sister was also involved, or her friend or her sister. Y'all are going to jail behind black men, doing this for black men. And they're on the internet always saying that black women don't care about the black man, that we work for Zaddy, we the enemy. Here y'all go taking tests for them so that they could have a job. And now you going to jail behind it. Y'all said in the chat, a black man would have never did this for a black woman. Not on average, no. Okay? I'm trying to figure out, why couldn't they take the test themselves? Why couldn't they take the test themselves? Type of thing. So maybe she has experience driving truck or something like that. One of them did pass it, though, and was driving for a whole damn year. So I'm thinking, could they read? Is that an issue? They couldn't read or something? I don't know. So let's go to the next topic. Give me one quick second. Okay, I wanted to give you an update. I want to give you an update. We know about the T app. The T app was where women were exposing men they dated, things about them, if they were cheating, if they had bad hygiene, if they were just no good. They're bad habits, and the men were having a fit because they were all over the T app. And men said that they were going to create a T app based on women that they were dating and dealing with. So Apple has actually removed the T app and T on Her. Yeah, they came up with T on Her, a dating review app from the App Store due to multiple users' complaints and violations of its policies on user privacy and content moderation. Yeah, because there were people also putting people on the T app lying on them. I mean, some people were telling the truth, but anyone could put anything on there. They could, and your whole reputation could be completely destroyed. So yeah, they took it off. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. They took it off, Apple. So say goodbye to the T app. It was piping hot, but it got a little too hot. So they said absolutely not. We're not about to be sued. We don't want to get sued and, have lives destroyed and stuff, getting sued and everything. So all right, so I wanted to share this with you. These 3 women, baby, when I talk about justice in the jail system, these 3 women trafficked a 17-year-old. She was a runaway. I don't know how they met her. This was in Jersey. I don't know how they met her, but they wouldn't let her go, and they trafficked her. They made her get violated by men sexually and collected the money. I don't know how she escaped, but thankfully she did. It says that there's a human trafficking case. Leslie Martinez, Tahan Thomas, and Amana Dent have been charged with human trafficking of a 17-year-old girl in Essex, the Essex County Prosecutor's Office said. All right, so that's all the information I have, but I wanted to show you this to show you that it's not just men doing it. It's largely a lot of men, but there are also women involved in this disgusting thing of children. Okay. And it's so serious. I mean, most of the time the families will never see you. They inject you with stuff. I don't even think they have those women washing. You're getting done in by men sexually. You're getting infections. Your coochie ain't getting washed. You're on your menstrual cycle. They making you still work, having to suck them off, all this stuff, getting HIV. And then they discard you. They take your life when they're done with you and move on to the next. Okay? And I think it's even worse when you hear about your fellow woman being in on it to sell you to men against your will. Absolutely disgusting. Give me a second. I gotta blow my nose real quick. Hold on. It's disgusting because you don't know who you can trust. I mean, you might have your little girl. Maybe you meet some woman somewhere and you become friends with her, and you have your little girl like, oh, can you watch my little girl for the week or on Friday or something? I have to run an errand. Oh, sure, I have her. And next thing you know, the woman wasn't even who she said she was, took the damn baby and put her into sex trafficking. So, and y'all know how I feel. I can't say it on here. Deal with them. The D penalty. When I say I want the D penalty for people, don't think I'm just talking about men. No, I want the D penalty for women who do certain things too. So, holding somebody against their will is different if it was consensual and I said I would work for you. Instead, you keep me locked up in a room and letting men grape me and taking the money. Hell no. The D penalty needs to happen. Okay? Speaking of that, I have something to show you that's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Take a good look, y'all. Take a good look. And this is why I will continue to support the D penalty. I really believe in it for certain people. This man raped this 5-year-old little girl. This big old grown man with a grown eggplant raped the 5-year-old baby. The mama sold her to him for $2,500. I don't know where she met this man, but she said, you can have my baby. Do what you want with her. Give me the $2,500. That's what she did. Take a good look at the animal. Take a good look at this man. This is a man who took her baby. $2,500 on top of a 5-year-old little toddler, with destroying her, literally. Imagine what she went through. This reminds me of Shania Davis. Imagine what she went through, seeing her mother that she loved smile at her. Mama, mama, says go on with him. And then you're locked in a room with a full big ass grown man with his penis out, ripping her vagina apart. She's a tiny girl. Her vagina is tiny. Imagine the pain and the blood and the screams she went through. And her own mother gave her to him. She was just worth $2,500. Take a good look at her mama. I don't know why. It's not fair I can't say certain things on here, because all I can say, I'm tired of hearing about let the prisoners get these people. I want the laws changed. I want public, you know what. I want the D penalty for this woman. Look at her. Baby, if she was to come around me, I can't say it up on here. Look at her. And they didn't give her the D penalty. Little girl, 5 years old, can't imagine. Can't freaking imagine. I mean, I have seen actually a white woman who did this with her white child, and 6 men raped her toddler who were white in exchange for drugs. But Shania Davis, it was a black man who did that to her. And here you got another one. Jeremy Williams was sentenced to the death row. Okay, he got the D penalty. After raping and murdering a girl he bought from her mother for $2,500. Baby, this happened in 2021. In 2025, he asked a judge to waive his appeal in an effort to fast track his execution. Okay, so he wanted it to happen quicker. On December 13th, 2021, 5-year-old Kamari Holland was reported missing, and she was last seen at her home in Columbus, Georgia. That same night, she was found unalived in an abandoned house in Alabama. What? So she was missing in Georgia, was found in an abandoned house like discarded trash in Alabama. They discovered that he used to live in that home. Oh my God, which led to his arrest. He was, okay. The mother allowed him to take her daughter, and she needed some money, and she was charged with capital murder, but then it was reduced to sex trafficking. They only gave the bitch 20 years, y'all. I repeat, they only gave her 20 years and said she sex trafficked her daughter. You allowed your daughter to be raped. You allowed your daughter to be somewhat kidnapped in a certain way. Sex trafficked, raped. Do they even count this stuff as rape? And she was murdered. Baby, you played the role in her rape, her kidnapping in a way similar, her murder, more than likely battery. Why does she get to live is what I'm trying to figure out. Why does she get to live? This country and this world does not like or love children. So stop telling us to keep having kids, okay? Stop telling us that a child is a gift from God, but yet when you have something like this happen, you're supposedly Christian, your book says eye for an eye. She let her daughter get raped and taken off the planet. Why does she get to live on Earth? Why does she get to live on Earth after she is the reason and that man, the baby, is not here? Where is the sympathy and the empathy for the children? Where is this Christian religious world at that supposedly loves children and y'all need to have kids? That's your role as a woman. They're a gift from God. We need kids on the earth. You don't even protect or love them. If you did, why is it that she also wasn't charged to be on death row? Is she not just as trifling because she handed her over for $2,500? A man in an abandoned house in Alabama, a full-grown man. She should have the same fate as him. So y'all can miss me in society talking about y'all care for kids. If y'all really gave a damn about kids, these laws would look different by now. Y'all will be fighting for it. Why should I have sympathy? People talking about, I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't give a damn. I do. I believe in it. Why do you get to live and she can't? Why do you get to live? She's the one that got raped, a little tiny little girl. Insides ripped apart. Probably couldn't even have children if something like that happening. Her screams and cries in a strange house with some big ass man hovering over her with his penis out. Imagine what the F she went through. Talking about you love kids. Y'all don't love no goddamn kids. Miss Christian society. That's why y'all, if I was in charge, believe me, it would look a lot different. Y'all wouldn't like me. Only the evildoers would be scared of me because they know what would be coming. Okay. She needs... Okay. Something else I wanted to share with you. Be careful, y'all. She's 26 years old. She was a model. She was lured to Thailand thinking she was getting a job, some sort of job. They murdered her and harvested her organs. We have heard several stories of women and men going to the Dominican Republic, to Brazil and other countries for surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, or going out places and they wake up and one of their kidneys is missing. Well, this is what happened to her. I have to say still allegedly because some people are saying, well, I don't know. I just still have to say that. Okay. But this is what they're saying. 26 years old. She thought she was getting a job. Okay. Vera Krastova, 26. See, they said reportedly, okay? Reportedly trafficked to Myanmar after being offered a fake modeling job in Thailand. Some reports are claiming her organs were sold on the black market. She was forced to work in an online scam center before disappearing. Her family was later told she had passed away and that her body had been cremated. Authorities warn that human trafficking is increasing and targeting women with fake overseas job offers. Okay. So this is a real thing. I literally told you about this stuff. Thank you, Bless. Come. I told you about the show on Tubi, the movie called Trafficking, Human Trafficking. You need to see it. And this is real. And this happens a lot where people claim they're looking for you a job for a model. And she traveled all the way to Thailand thinking she was safe. They forced her to work at a scamming center. And then they took her life and claimed they cremated her when really they took her organs. This is absolutely horrific. And you have to be careful, y'all. You have got to be careful. It's scary. It can happen to anybody. Anybody. Okay? Another thing showing us the state of this world. This is disgusting. This girl was just 16 or 17 years old, and I don't know what's going on. I do and I don't. This was in Sweden. We know there's an immigration crisis in Sweden where a lot of rape is occurring from a lot of men who are Muslim, men from different countries, not just the Arab world, but, Pakistan and all these type of places. And a lot of them have not assimilated. A number of them, great women in their country where they're free to do that under the law. And they're coming, I'm going to say something, baby. I was going to say this in a different video. White men, what the hell are y'all doing? How is it, white man, y'all run in these countries and y'all are letting these men Look, y'all already, look, men who grape period are a problem, but y'all have a grape crisis from these immigrants coming in your country. And you're not protecting your women, your citizens type of thing. They're not, this girl, I think he was Somalian. She was raped by him and they actually let him go. They said the grape didn't last long enough. I repeat, they said the grape didn't last long enough and they let him out. What the hell is going on, Swedish men in government? Why aren't you protecting your women? You letting men from other countries come over and grape your women like this all over the place? And you letting them out? This is mind-boggling. The grape didn't last long enough. Last time I checked, the penis being shoved up me should be enough for justice. I don't give a damn how long it lasts. You shoved your damn penis in me. That's a crime. You risk giving me HIV. You risk making me freaking pregnant. You freaking could have tore me. What the hell are you talking about? It didn't last long enough. Let's see a little bit more. A Swedish court has ruled that Yazid Muhammad, an 18-year-old Eritrean, okay, not Somalian, Eritrean is East Africa, will not be deported, or he's being sentenced to 3 years in prison for the rape of a 16-year-old girl, Maya. Okay, the court said that rape is a serious offense, but they determined it did not meet the standard of a serious offense required to deport a refugee under Swedish law. You can't be serious. The court appeal said the duration of the assault, the rape, is a factor, concluding that the crime was not severe enough to justify deporting him. Okay, so they're saying that her people, the Swedish government, is saying that even though he shoved his penis in you, it didn't last long enough that we have to deport him. It don't matter if he could have tore you. You have a whole man you don't know shoving his penis in you. You could have possibly gotten torn and sore. You could have possibly bled, being a virgin and having your hymen ripped open. You could have gotten AIDS or HIV or whatever. You could have got something else. Shoot, what else? Oh, he might have had pre-cum and could have made you pregnant. But guess what? It didn't last long enough, so, baby, we're going to have to let him stay here, and he ain't going to jail. Do you see this world? Do you see this world? We have evil people. Hold on for 1 second. We have evil people in this world in positions of power who are rapists and believe in rape. And they hate girls and women. The people have to take charge. We need to find out who is this judge, and something has to happen. Something has to happen, and it has to be good men to stand up for the women. Look, baby, look, I'm all over the place with seeing things going on in this world. Some stuff I haven't even talked about, baby. I know all about the immigration crisis in London right now, in England, in London. Oh, baby, I know, and I see it all, and I might report on it. I know what's going on in Sweden and in England, London, and the immigration crisis, and how they literally trying to take over the white man's countries and make him convert to their beliefs and bring Sharia law and telling women in their own country how they can dress, and they're the ones that's a damn foreigner coming up over here and raping they women all over the place, and they men not standing up for them. How in the hell? I mean, women need justice, period. But I'm like, what the hell is going on with the white man in some of these countries? Conquerors and leaders and all this other stuff, and you letting men from other countries come over and just take over your shit. What the hell is going on with y'all? I don't care who don't like me saying this. Oh, a black woman said something. It's true though. I mean, I would expect it's the same thing when you hear about South Africa. How you let a group of white men come up over there in South Africa and do all that shit to y'all for that long in Africa and do that to your damn women, and you was the majority. Same shit. And then over here in Sweden and England, y'all letting, I'm all for diversity. But if you have to assimilate to somebody else's culture when you go up over there, they have to learn to assimilate to yours when they come to yours. We don't get down with no damn FGM and stoning women and damn honor killings and child bride marriage and marrying a damn 8-year-old and stuff. I'm not saying that every damn body believes in that, because there are Muslim people who don't do that. But there are also a number who are very, very radical. Baby, like, no, if I had a country, you ain't coming up over my country and thinking you changing it to get down with that stuff I just said. You know, it's craziness to me. And this is a very real thing that is going on. And I do believe you have a lot of grapists who work for the law. And that's why you see these type of things happening. This is why there's a fear of women dominating in politics. They don't want us to change something. Okay, this is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. This young girl needs justice, period. Is horrible. Okay? So, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I have never heard of nothing like this in my life. The grape ain't last long enough. If I'm graped, I'm graped. It doesn't matter how long it lasts. I have an effing stranger on top of me. You know, when I hear it just disgusts me. I'm like, a man can't have empathy at all. You don't have a vagina. You're not the one. I mean, you have a butthole, but on average, you're not the one being graped. You can't imagine what we go through if somebody just shoves this damn thing up us. We're not even wet. Do you know what that feels like? Do you know how that hurts? Do you care? They don't give a damn. So, disgusting. I hope that she gets justice. Now we have Wendy Osefo. She's popular on the Housewives of Potomac, and a lot of people respected her. I mean, seriously, she was educated, well off, nice family. Well, she has stepped down from her position at a university. She got arrested for fraud, and this is shocking a lot of people. I mean, she was very, very accomplished and someone that people really looked up to, and she had to step down. I mean, I know her mother is like, oh my God, because that was one thing I saw on the show, her pride and being Nigerian and education, and I got my husband and we doing real good and everything like that, and then you see something like this happens. That's their mugshot. Lord have mercy. They were booked on multiple fraud charges. Okay, I would not be smiling. Okay, that's her and her husband. They both got booked in. Okay, let's see. She's setting the record straight about her departure, clarifying she was not fired, but she chose to resign. I don't believe it. Okay, she says that, contrary to recent media reports, Dr. Wendy Osefo was not terminated from her job. She submitted her letter of resignation prior to any public announcement made by the university. Okay, she made the decision to step down for her role. It was made independently. I don't believe it personally. I think they fired her. I don't know. Then again, maybe because she knew what was coming. I don't know. Okay. Her husband, again, was also arrested. They faced 16 charges, 7 felonies connected to fraud. This is serious. This is very serious. I hope things work out. Look at that man. That man looks like damn. Jesus. Damn. This is in Texas. They were arrested for leaving their 12-year-old son at home. Well, he came home from school, actually. He came home from school and they were gone. They literally moved out without their own child. What kind of parent are you? You are a really sick, bad parent to do that to your own baby. He's 12 years old. He comes home and his mother and father moved out and didn't say a damn thing to him. He's just 12 years old. Where is he supposed to go? How was he supposed to eat? How was he supposed to fend for himself? Look at them. They know they effed up. You can see this all in the picture. Look at their faces. they know they effed up and that they are going to jail. They really don't love their child at all to do something like this. Let's see. It says their 12-year-old returned home from school to find that their parents have moved out without him. Kevin Dwayne Adams and Erica Renee Sanders were arrested. They responded to a call about a boy returning home to discover his family was gone. The boy went to his neighbor's house after realizing his apartment was vacant. He took the neighbor to his unit to show them it had been emptied. The neighbor claims they were aware that the mother had plans to move, but didn't know it would be that soon. Damn. During an investigation, the police contacted them. The parents, who claim the boy's uncle was en route to pick him up, but they were unable to provide contact information from the so-called uncle. The police were able to contact him, and he claimed he was unaware of any plans to scoop up his nephew. According to the police, when they spoke to the parents, he complained about his girlfriend's 12-year-old son. The neighbor who took the boy in told officers that the parents had kicked the child out in the past. Both the mother and her boyfriend were charged with abandoning and endangering a child without intent to return. My goodness. So they kicked him out before. Maybe he's a bad problem child, but that's still their child. And both of them, the neighbor knew. The neighbor knew that they were leaving. So they talked to the neighbor, but the son didn't know the whole damn time. Oh my God, I can't imagine doing something like that. Like, how in the world would the baby survive? Where he's gonna go? He's still in school. Who's gonna take him in? Baby, I would never forgive my parents in life if something like that happened. I don't care if you even come back to apologize. I would never accept you. You would be cut off for life. And that's a hurt that you would carry for life, that your parents literally abandoned you. Even if they end up with them because of the police, I would never feel loved again. I would know you don't love me. You don't love me. I don't know how I would be able to live in the house with them again, knowing that they did something like that. So disgusting. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you one more thing.
There's been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of
Okay, we have Layla Ali. Clarissa Shields is pretty popular, and she has kind of made Layla Ali a little bit relevant again. I'm not saying she isn't and she didn't do anything, but people weren't always talking about women's boxing that much. And Layla is the most famous women boxer in history. So she's the daughter of Muhammad Ali, and Clarissa had got the money up to fight her, but people said, you got to leave Layla alone. She's older and it looks embarrassing. She had her time. She did her thing, and you need to fight people, your own peers type of thing, your own age. And there's a lot of trash talk, and I don't understand. I know sometimes boxers will talk trash just to hype up the event, but if you're really talking trash about Layla Ali, that's disgraceful, because she literally paved the way for you. She paved the way. I don't get when people act like the greats before them don't matter. I mean, she already did what you're doing. So now it's your time. And my thing is, why not celebrate it together? So let's see what's going on between Layla and Clarissa, because Clarissa's talking junk.
me making a comeback to boxing. And people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here. While others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive.
Okay, it's just too much on the system. It's too much on the system. So give me a second. I'll probably show this once I learn how to fix these type of issues. But basically, she's talking junk. Clarissa's always coming at Layla Ali to fight or saying she's a has-been type of thing. I'm like, no, baby. Layla is what you are doing right now to have your career. She already, I keep saying the disrespect of the people before other people is just crazy to me. I'm like, Layla already did what you doing before you probably, when you were a little girl or something. And look at Layla. Layla still looks damn good. I'm like, why are you trying to tear her legacy down? Like, you should, if anything, you should be applauding her. This is someone you should look up to. She helped put women's boxing on the map and make it more popular. Okay? No one was talking about women's boxing like that before Layla. For real, for real. So why does she have this beef with Layla? It's weird to me. Like, okay, Layla didn't agree to the fight. It's just craziness when you see it. I see this all the time, like when people talk about Little Kim versus Nicki Minaj. I'm like, Little Kim was out before Nicki Minaj. Little Kim was wearing colorful hair in hip hop music before her, before that was a thing. Little Kim had certain lyrics that was very sexy and everything. Nothing, before you see today. I'm like, why are y'all always, not y'all in the chat, but like people, black people, a lot are always trying to downplay or disregard the greats before them. And it's not even a long time ago. Okay, you're popping now. Yeah, you're current. What does that have to do with the person before you who was on your level that you're on now before you even had your career? Make it make sense. Make that shit make sense. Stop shitting on Little Kim. She is the greatest, in my opinion. Stop crapping on Mariah Carey. She is the greatest. Who else I got? Layla Ali right here. And other women in R&B. I see that a lot. People acting like certain people are the biggest star just because they're popular today. I'm like, you must have forgot about Toni Braxton, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Brandy, baby. SWV, TLC. And Patti LaBelle. Just to name a few. Like, we're going to stop pretending like these people did not exist. I'm sick of it. And they're not all dead, by the way. So, okay. Let's leave with something. Missy Copeland. Missy Copeland made history. Okay. She is actually retiring from the American Ballet. Okay. She, after 25 years, damn, I didn't know she was involved in the industry for that long. I mean, I know she was training and she was a ballerina and trying to do her thing. But wow, I mean, she's definitely a big role model. So this is big. Let's see.
I feel good. I feel ready to take this next step. I mean, I think that's something that I've thought about very carefully over the last 5 years. And it's emotional because I'm saying goodbye to such a beautiful chapter in my life. And
thank you, Blessed in Comicopia. Sorry if I said that wrong. I wonder though, Misty has a really good apartment in New York. I'm like, I wonder how much does she get paid? I need to look that up. I've always been curious to know because New York is just so damn expensive. And she did marry, I think, a lawyer or something like that. Her man has a good job. She has a beautiful apartment in New York. And I'm like, look, it's a lot of sacrifice to be a ballerina. I mean, they have to watch their diet. They're on their toes, literally can injure their toes. And there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into this to have this type of career. And I've always wondered if they get paid really good money. Okay. I'm just curious, when you're a big, big star.
Something that's shaped me and made me into the woman and the philanthropist that I am. Everything that I am is because of this career. Take this next.
Well, that was very nice. Oprah was there to give her flowers. She is a part of the legacy. Okay, she's a part of history for Black people. So this is really good, and great role model. Two great role models right there. So that is it, everybody, for tonight's video. Okay, and let me know what you think in the comments section. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will be talking to you all again. Really soon. There's a lot going on in our country. A lot of people are on edge right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, what's going on. So I'll be covering some of those stories. So yeah, I love these pictures right here. Look, Shamar Moore and Holly Berry when she was in Babs. Come on, Babs is legendary. Toni Braxton again is on tour. Well, she's about to go on tour. Get your tickets. Legendary living icon. And another living icon, Sade. Oh my God, I love Sade's music. You know, my mom put me on to Sade when I was a teenager. So I've loved Sade since I was a teenager. I have her greatest hits album. And that is a once in a lifetime concert that I must go to if she ever goes on tour. And I know the tickets will not be cheap, but I just, that's like the top for me. I have to see Sade. Like it's a dream, literal dream come true. So, okay. All right, everybody. Oh, you said Misty's net worth, the ballerina, is $5 million, and she's written books and has had endorsement deals. That's really good. Okay. And she, you know, her husband has a really good career too. So she's a part of history. So please, again, if you subscribe, hit the bell and click all notifications so you know when I'm live. You all take care. Thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Katrina.